So, hello everybody. Today Ben is playing a game of Detective City of Angel. At the base, this game is a one versus all, when one is controlling the criminal, the crime, the scenario, and everything, while the other are playing detective that are trying to solve the scenario. So, I will be explaining that. As a solo, when playing one versus all, the one controlling the board has all the answer and everything. As a solo, I don't have that. So for representing that, I will have four action I can do per turn. I can do four different action. I can do. I'm not limited to do one each turn. I can do multiple time the same action. So as my first action, I can move. As you can see, the board is divided into five neighborhood, regions, sections, zone, whatever you want to call it. So for one action, I have my meeple here. I'm starting, let's say, on 81 right here. I want to go on 97. For one action, I can move that, no problem. If I want to go, let's say, on 10, then I have to make a stop at a location bordering those two sections. So for one move, I go to 23, then a second move, I go to 10 over here. Then, as my next action, I can question a suspect. On the board, there will be some punch out of important people that I can question. For that, I need to be on the same location as the same punch out, and I need to go see this little grid here. I will have all the character here and all information that are representing by card. They will be on top, starting face down, and to ask a question, I need to see it. So if card H is face down, I cannot go see a character, say, hey, can you tell me about H? I don't know the information about H. Then if I know about the question, I will be pointed out to a number that I will need to seek out in that sleuth book here. I will need to seek out the number of the phrase, not the page, and it will be giving me information about what that character knows specifically about the information I have done. After that, I can decide to push the character. Say if I don't believe him, I will push it, making me telling me the truth or just confessing that a lie. So I have three results for that. One, the character will give me either another face down, a face up card, or a location to go see. If I need to go on a location, I will be putting a red cap here. This is not part of the game, it's just part for me because I have too much information to there's so much thing that sometimes I forgot what need to be done. And after I've been to that location and resolve it, I will be switching to the green cap, meaning I've been there and there's nothing else for me to gather. Second action is I can gain a leverage on the same character. The leverage will be representing by the blue cap. And next time I want to ask a question about the character, I can decide before asking the question, before reading the answer, that I use my leverage. I will read the first phrase, then go up to the second one immediately. The third one, it will be saying I gain a stress. If I gain a stress, it will be representing by those punch out. I will be flipping it on the other side. When all three are on the same side with the lightning bolt, I have my counter on the side. As you can see on the side of the map and on my side of my screen, I have a turn counter. I'm starting at turn 12, representing by this black circle. And at turn 0, I have this final guess token. When all three tokens are face up with the little bolt, the final guess will go up one turn to turn 1, and if that happens, turn 2, and etc. At the start of my turn, or when the turn starts and the counter is on the same space as the final guess, I need to give in my guess. For that, I need to find the suspect that will be representing by a number, a weapon representing by a card on top, also by a number, and the motive. I will be adding those number, and after that I will be giving an answer to go get on my book. If the phrase start by the captain invites you to his office, then I have one. If not, it goes up on turn 3. I have 3 more turns to do that. I can do that on 2 times. When at the second time I fail, the case goes cold and I have lost the scenario. Next action I can do is searching the location. Every location I representing by a number between 1 and 100. If I want to go get it, I need to find the number, the location I'm searching. It will be pointing with a number. Again, I'll go get it on my book. If, for example, I have a red cap on 93 because one of the people I asked or the scenario gave me information about that, and I decide to go search 100 here, I will find information about 100, but nothing important about the location. So making sure I spend my action correctly are important. And my last action is searching the suspect. This is very important, as I can see, remember on last scenario. The people I can search again with a number. I need to go find on the book what they are hiding for me. Sometimes they have information important to the case, sometimes not. So today the scenario is the final strikeout. Osborne just pitched the game of his career. Little does he know it was his last. So I will be setting up and be ready to play. So there you go. So like I said, all the information are starting face down, hidden from me. I need to go. I have from A until L, and each scenario start with the debriefing from the captain, and sometimes I have information about that. So the final strikeout should it hard boiled should be a hard one. Case ID DCOA08 Detective Briefing. Hey, get the hell over here and stop yapping. This one is fresh and we need to solve it because before the trail goes stale. Late last night, the star pitcher for the Los Angeles Angel, Red Osborne, was found dead at Wrigley Field. Flip case guard A and place crime scene marker at 44. So, like all scenario, everything start with a crime. Red Osborne, the victim. And I have this red circle here. That is representing my crime scene. So my crime scene is at 44 here. The body, well, less of a body and more of a mashed up garbage, was discovered in the locker room by the clubhouse manager, Gary Adam. Flip case card B. So my next piece of information. Gary Adam, clubhouse manager. Skittish eyes dart around nervously, has trouble focusing on anything for long. Who apparently ran screaming like a stuck pig up to the coach Pete Sweeney's office before passing out on the spot. Coach Sweeney, flip case card C. Pete Sweeney, LA Angel coach, accommodating and polite, the perfect picture of an upright citizen. Went down to the scene to see what was what and found Osborne covered in blood, his head an unrecognizable pulpy mesh. The only identifying feature was his baseball uniform. Looks like somebody was angry enough to beat Osborne well past the point of death. Then they wrote Red is dead with his own blood above the sink. Flip case card E. Card E. Red is dead. Mirror and sink. The sink is in the LA Angel locker room. Red is dead is scribbled in blood on the mirror. The corner of the sink is chipped. Okay. Real nutcase we got here. The body was hauled off by the corpse dock to Edward Bros Mortuary, 39. So, information where the body is, 39. For further examination. Oh, and one more thing. The safe in Coach Sweeney's office was emptied either shortly before or after the murder was committed. Flip case card F. Card F. Office safe. The safe in Pete Sweeney's office. It is open and the contents are gone. Okay. Money is gone. Just a hunch here, but it might have some bearing on the case. Last time Osborne was seen alive was on the field after yesterday's game. He pitched a complete game, showed out, and was getting in his post-game jog, according to Adam. Osborne was headed to the locker room with teammate Jackson Clark, flip case card D. D. Jackson Clark, Los Angeles outfield. Whereabouts of Jackson Clark, aka the Lucky Irishman, are currently unknown. Otherwise known as the Lucky Irishman, on account of his obsession with all things Irish, and that they were arguing. No one knows where Clark is at the moment. Place Clark Sandy on top of his suspect card. Like I said, all characters have this punch out, so since we don't know where he is put on his card. And in case it isn't obvious, he's suspect numero uno right now. Of course, it might not have been obvious since you lot are the sorriest bunch of flatfoot I've seen in my long and illustrious career. But I digress. Seeing as I have to spell everything out for you dicks, the best lead we've got on Clark is that he spent an inordinate amount of time watching the dancer over at Slapsy Maxie's 9. Slappy Maxie here. Damn it, sit down, I'm not done yet. Adam is at his apartment down in San Pedro, plus Adam Sandy at 86. So Gary Adam is is at 86. 6. And you can find Coach Sweetney at his home, not far from the ballpark. Place Sweetney Standy at 50. Standy at 50. I want this one solved before the team's next out-of-towner, so get to it. The good citizens of Los Angeles aren't paying you to sit on your asses and crap about the latest fashion. Get out there and do some detecting. If you had to play a hunch, I'd say the lucky Irishman's luck is about to run out. And no lingering over at Maxie's. To solve the case, I need to find the guilty suspect, the murder weapon, and the suspect, the motive. I have all information here. I'll represent on the cat. And last thing for me to left to do is putting my character. I start at a police station that are representing by the blue dot here. When I ask information, I will be gathering on this piece of paper here. And when I'm ready to solve my case, I will gather everything. So I think the best bet for me to start it will be at 51, since I'm next to the coach, next to the crime scene, and next to the where the body is. Okay, so as my first action, I'm thinking I will be moving to uh, 39 and I will be searching location 39. So for 39, I go on 889. The forensic pathologist hands you the autopsy report. Nasty business, this one. The person who did this was angry as hell. Look at L. So, L. Autopsy report number 122, no, 125. Victim died from a broken neck. The wounds on the face were there were post-mortem. The victim also had a distinct tattoo of a shamrock on the inside of the right ankle. Okay, autopsy report. Interesting. Interesting. Okay then, so I will continue. I will be moving. Oh, wait, for a move, my red cap is replaced by a green cap, meaning I've been there. I will be moving on 44 and searching location 44. 44, I go on 355. You go over the locker room again and come across a bat caked in dried blood laying in the corner. You'll have to have a word with the captain. As of late, the beat cop have been doing a lousy job canvassing your crime scene. How in the ever living hell did they miss this? Look at K. Okay, I have the bat. The end is covered in blood. A shamrock is carved into the handle. Ooh, the same as the one on the ankle of the victim. Okay, so that ends my turn one. I regain all four action. Go down one turn, and I will be moving to the captain, the coach, and I will be asking about the murder. So the coach, Pete Sweeney, on card number A 190. I've never seen that much blood. It was terrible, and now I've lost my star pitcher. He was the best on the team. Without him, we don't have a shot at the playoff. I will push it and go on 1100. You try a little intimidation, but Sweeney quickly becomes angry. I was telling you the truth, detective. It really was terrible seeing that much blood, but I can see that empathy isn't your strong suit. Gain one stress. Bon. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Then I will be questioning about the empty safe. Card F. So Pete, card F 382. In all the chaos, I don't know when it happened. Lost my star pitcher and now the cash for the next month's payroll. Not sure what I'm gonna do. Yes, you lost your money, but I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna push it. 503. Sweeney looks genuine shock when you question whether he's telling you the truth or not. Are you saying that I took the money? I am deeply, deeply offended, detective. His outrage is real. He doesn't know anymore that what he's already told you. Gang one stress. Okay, second one. So for my last action, I will be asking about the Lucky Irish. So Pete, about card D409. Jackson, he lives off of Redondo 92, but I can't imagine it go back there, especially if he killed Red. Okay, but can you tell me where he is? I'm gonna risk it and push it. 641. He's a scab, that's the truth. The world would be a better place if he was dead. Also the truth. Just call me Pope Frank. I'm telling so much truth around here. Gang wants stress. So, gang has stress. Reset. Go up one turn. I have one less turn to solve it. Okay, so I reset my 4 action. Go down a turn. Okay, then I'm gonna ask the question about the baseball bat. So Pete, baseball bat. I go on 1042. That is most certainly Jackson's bat. He said the shamrock was his lucky charm. Is that red blood all over it? Sweeney's shudder at the thought. That Jackson's bat? Okay, but the tattoo on the ankle of the... Okay, okay. I'm not gonna push it. I'm gonna ask a question then about the autopsy and the tattoo. 936. Jackson got that tattoo last year at an away game up in New York. Wait, is that Jackson's body? Does that mean that Red isn't dead? Look at H. Interesting, interesting. H. Red Osborne. Ailey, Los Angeles picture. If Red Osborne is alive, then whose body was used for butcher practice? Okay, interesting. So then I'm gonna ask a question about H, the alive one. So I go on 791. I can't believe Red's alive. Maybe we can make the playoff after all. Sweeney seems to be in a bit of denial about the situation. Have you looked for him at his apartment 16 yet? No, but 16 there. Interesting. And I'm not gonna push it. And my last action, I'm gonna search him. Pete. Sweeney is more than willing to let you search him, but you don't find anything useful. Feel free to search my house, 50, as well, detective. Whatever will help find Red's murder. So I gain my 4 action, go down a turn. So gonna use 2 move. So move 1 to go on 22, move 2 to go on 16, then search location 16, 344. You check every closet and cupboard in Osborne apartment, but it's empty. Just as you're about to leave, you notice a receipt laying on the dining room table. Okay, so
If
he
it
invite
had
me
been a
into
snake,
searching
it would
his
have
house. That
bitten you.
maybe I'll
Picking it
do.
up, you see that it's for a one-way plane ticket to Mexico. The flight leaves within the hour from the Cloverfield Airport. 13.
Will put my green cap on 16, then go on the clover. So we'll be moving the double move and search, and we'll be moving on 16. Reset my for action. Go down a turn. Search location uh, 13. 13. 583. You're in luck. The flight to Mexico was delayed, just enough for you to make it to the airport in time. You spot Red Osborne in the flesh just as he's about to board the plane. You hold him out of the line and confiscate his passport and ticket. He's not going anywhere until you get to the bottom of this. Discard case card A from the game and replace it with mystery card 1. Then look at H and place Osborne standee at 15. Red Osborne is suspect number 5. You may ask him one free question. Okay, so sometime the game will have a mystery card, and this one say I'm replacing card A with one. Victim. The victim is someone other than Red Osborne. This card replaces case card A and all suspect will have new response when questioning about it. So when I ask question, I have a board at the end, say mystery card 1, and I have all information. So this is removed. I put is did standee at the airport. Uh, Look at H, we already know H. And I may ask him one free question. And he is suspect number 5. So, my first free question on suspect number 5, I will ask him about the victim. Mystery card 1, 639.
That maniac Gary came in yelling at Jackson to stay away from Diane. I guess he wanted to protect me. He grabbed Jackson bat and beat him until he stopped moving. I was the it was the worst thing I ever seen in my life.
Okay, I'm gonna try and push it. 989.
Every word out of Osborne's mouth is a lie. You bend his arm behind his back and twist the truth out of him. Son of a bitch, let me go. You let up the pressure some and the truth spills out. Jackson, the slick bastard, stole Diane from me. We argue about it. He took a swing at me and I shoved him. He hit his head in on the sink and that was that. It wasn't supposed to happen like that. Gain one leverage over Osborne.
Okay, gain one leverage. So he had an argument with Jackson and he fell and hit himself. Um, okay, I'm gonna ask a question about the empty safe. Letter F. Letter F. Mystery suspect number 5. I go on 860.
Gary stole the money out of the safe and gave it to me. I told me to go somewhere far, far away. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. So I took the money and ran.
And I'm gonna use my leverage on him to be sure that he give me the truth. Okay, and I push it 778.
I've told a lot of lies, detective, but this time I'm telling the truth. Gain one stress.
Okay, stress. I'm gonna ask him a question about the letter E, the blood on the mirror. 7, 8.
It was Gary's idea to wrote that on the mirror. I thought it was sick, but I was in too much shock to stop him.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask a question. Where is Jackson then? Letter D. D. I go on 6, 5, 8.
Jackson and I were fighting over Diane when Gary came into the locker room. He grabbed that bat and beat Jackson to death. He might have even saved my life.
But Gary? Gary did it? Okay, okay, okay. So I go down the turn, set my full action. I will move. Think I will go C23. Then, wait. Before I go, I will search the suspect. So he is suspect number 5762.
You already took my passport and ticket. I don't have anything else on me. It's true, he doesn't.
So then, move. 23, 86, and I will search the suspect. Start already with Gary 509.
You find a piece of scrap paper in Adam's pocket with the word combination on it, followed by a series of numbers. Those are just my lottery numbers, that's all. He snatched the paper back from you.
Okay, I go down on turn. Next turn, I'm on 6. Gain my 4 action. Okay, so I will start asking my good friend about the empty save then. So I is Gary about the empty safe, which is F742.
Jackson was always going on about how cheap the coach was, and he also loved to gamble. I bet he stole the money so he could blow it down at the Speedway 64.
Okay, new location 64 over here. Okay, I will try to push it because I found the number on you. 1081.
Adams know more about the safe than he letting on. You can feel it in your bones. You turn up the pressure on him and he crack. Okay, so I took the money, but only to help Red out. Damn it, I shouldn't have said anything. I ain't saying any more. Look at H. King 1 leverage over
So
Adams.
we already know about H. Gain 1 leverage. Then I'm gonna ask him about about red then. So Gary about H 1043.
I guess the cat's out of the bag about Red. No, no, of course I don't want to go to jail. You can find him at the little apartment next to the Belvedere Garden 73.
And I'm gonna use my leverage on him to make sure he tell me the truth. Okay. 73, where you at? 73. But we found it at the airport. So, like I said, I did push it. So, 269.
You've got a hunch that the Belvedere Garden is a wild goose chase. So you turn up the heat on Adams a bit and he melt like butter. Oh, so I fibble a little. He doesn't live there. Red's a good guy though. I swear it on my mama's grave. Adam seems to put some steel in his spine. You know what? I ain't gonna tell you where he is. My lips are sealed. Pork chop. Damn it, you'll have to find Red some other way. Gain one leverage over Adams.
So regain my leverage. This location was a fake one. Then I'm gonna question him about the letter on the sink, letter E, 822.
Oh, jeez, I'm gonna have to clean that up now, aren't I? I guess no respect around here.
And I'm gonna use my leverage on him. Yeah, I push it. So 1024.
Adam's annoyance seems like a mask for something else. You dig a little deeper and hit the jackpot. Alright, I'll come clean. I'm the one who wrote that on the mirror, but I ain't saying anything else. He bottoms up after that and refused to talk. Gain one leverage over Adams.
Regain my leverage. Adam. I'm gonna search the location he's at. So 86. 86. I go on 710.
The main channel that cuts into this chunk of the city is crawling with shipping and industry. You remember when a young woman, Mary Westin, was found bloated in the West Basin, her body scrapping alongside a fishing trawler. You never solved that one, but God help you, you're gonna solve this case. You head off to hunt down other leads, the image of Mary waterlogged corpse burning in your mind's eyes.
So, okay. I regain my 4 action. Go down on turn 5. Okay, okay. I will try to solve it. I will try a solve. So I think uh, I think it's Gary who did that. So 148. He did it with the bat letter K to 10, and the reason was money and greed. 150. 508. Nope. Okay, okay. So, okay. So I'm gonna ask him a question about the bloody bat then. Letter K, 244. And I'm gonna use my leverage on him as well.
I know every bat in our clubhouse, and that isn't one of them. Think of it, they let the low-level inmate at Terminal Island 88 play ball from time to time. I can't be sure, but it might have come from there.
No, it's not. We found it at the crime scene. I push it to 136.
They barely let the prisoner at Terminal scratch their asses, much less play baseball. You catch him lying, and Adam start to sweat. So I may have misremembered. Is that a crime? You know, I think that Jackson's lucky bat. Yeah, I'm sure of it. He'd kiss it before every game. Say that Shamrock was his good luck charm. God honest truth. Gain one leverage over Adam.
Yeah, okay. Gain one leverage over him. So, okay. Then I will move to 23, move to 9, search location 9. I will be searching location 9384. You ask about Clark and you're directed to the back of the joint. The door to a dressing room with the name Abbott written across it, partly ajar. You knock and receive a sultry response from inside. Come in. Look at G and place Abbott standing at 9. Diane Abbott is suspect number 4. You may ask her one free question. Ooh, look at G. G. We have Diane Abbott, a dancer. Beautiful, alluring, with a tongue so sharp she could slice lemon with it. And then we put her standee at that location. She is suspect number 4, and I may ask her one free question. So, what question should I ask her? I mean, what I know is that Gred and Jackson were fighting over her. So, I'm gonna ask about Red being alive. Letter H. So, she's suspect number 4. H, I go on 984. If Red's alive, then where is my Jack? Where is he? Red's got an apartment off of Manchester 16. You find him and you find my Jack. Okay, so 16. We've been there. We found nothing of interest. I will try to push it. 664. You need to make sure Abbott's telling you the truth, so you turn up the heat, which only increases her panic and anxiety. I told you where Red is. Why the hell are you still here? Her fear is genius. Gain 1 stress. Okay. Reset my 4 action. Go down on turn 4. Okay. Okay. I don't know where Jackson is. He might be dead. Okay. So she doesn't know anything. Okay, I'm gonna ask a question about the autopsy report. She is suspect 4, letter L 770. No, no, Red didn't have any tattoo. That's Jackson's tattoo. Does that mean? A look of terror crossed her face. Oh my god, is my Jack dead? Look at H. Okay, I'm gonna ask a question. Uh, no, wait. Um, I don't think she knows everything or anything. I think the victim is Jackson. Okay, I have 2 more action. Okay, I'm gonna move. So move 1 to 19, move 1 to, wait, no, before I leave. Gonna search the suspect. Yes, very important to search suspect. Suspect number 4. She is 802. Nothing under there but my birthday suit, detective. That kind of show gonna cost you extra though. Okay, she's got nothing. Then I'm gonna start doing my. I'm gonna ask a last question. Then, um, about
No, I don't think she knows everything. So I'm gonna, for my last action, I go on 23, go down to turn 3, down one turn, reset my 4 action. I will be moving back to Jackson, to Gary. I think he's my prime suspect, so I'm gonna ask him uh, about the uh, about Diane, about G. So G for Gary 886, and I will push it. Use my leverage. Diane sure is beautiful. I love watching her dance over at Maxie's 9.
Okay, I did push it, so 1037.
Adams keep fidgeting with color, a nervous tick that tells you he's hiding something. When you press the issue, he folds like an accordion. Oh, the truth is that Red was in love with her, and I really mean really in love with her, but when he asked her to marry him, the tart turned him down, say she was in love with Jackson instead. How do you say no to a guy like Red anyway? Look at I, King 1 leverage over Adams.
Okay, one leverage. I look at another piece of information. I Diane Abbott rejected Red husband proposal. Okay. So I don't think she killed him. She was in love with him. Okay. Gary is keep lying to me. Okay, I'm gonna move, 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 move. Go down on turn 2, my last turn. And I'm gonna ask uh, Red about the proposal. The I, so suspect number 5744. Diane told me she was in love with Jackson instead. Called him her precious Jack. Well, your precious Jack is a pile of meat now, Diane. Hope you're happy. Okay, gonna push it. 199. Osborne barked a short, unpleasant laugh when you tried to dig more information out of him. There's nothing else to say. Precious Jack is dead on the slab, and that's the truth. Gang wants stress. So, gang a stress, go up to turn. This is my last turn. I have 3 actions left. Then I'm gonna ask him about the bloody bat. So, letter K, Mr. 5231. Jackson and I were arguing about Diane, but then Gary came in and beat him to death. That kid scare me. You gonna keep him away from me. I'm gonna try push him. 510. Osborne isn't being straight with you at all. You press on him and he crack. You want the truth? Jackson was already dead and Gary took his bat and beat his face in. I was too stunned to stop him. I should have just turned myself in. Gang 1 leverage over Osborne. Okay, I gain a leverage over him. Okay, then I will ask. Tell me then about Gary. Yeah, about Gary. So letter B, 191. Jackson and I were fighting over Diane when Gary came into the locker room. He grabbed that bat and beat Jackson to death. He might have even saved my life. And I'm gonna use my leverage on him. I'm gonna rush it. 116. Osborne is full of crap and you call him on it. He get quiet before telling you the truth.
I don't know why, but Gary always been obsessed with me. It was his idea to dress Jackson up in my uniform. My life was already over, so I went along with it. Gain one leverage over Osborne. Okay. Last question then. Uh, hmm, I don't think I need the last question. I think I will solve it. Forgot the last question. Okay, I think Gary did it. So 148 with the bat that is letter K to 10 with I have obsession 200. 558. Nope. Okay, so I reset the final counter, go down on turn 3 then. This is my first. Okay. So what Osborne and Gary told me is that Osborne Red was in love with Diane, but she was in love with Jackson. And he said he was already dead when he came in, and everything was Gary's fault. Gary beat him with the bat. Gary stole the safe. Gary did that. But I went back to my note and everything that I take. I think he did push Jackson, and since it she rejected her proposal. So I will try a last solve before starting digging more information. So let's say it's Red Osborne. So suspect number 5, it's 508. He did it with the sink, not the bat. The bat was afterward. So the sink, it's letter E, that's 990. And I think he was jealous because she chose Jackson over him. Yeah, I think that's 300. 325, sorry. 923. The captain invites you into his office. Congratulations, detective, you've done it. You solved the case and brought that poor ball player killer to justice. You have successfully solved the final strikeout. Turn to page 33 in the Chisel casebook to read about the epilogue. Oh yeah, I got it. Red Osborne had pitched a shootout against the Los Angeles Angel, biggest rival, the Hollywood star, but it tasted like ashes in his mouth. The woman he was in love with, Diane Abbott, had recently rejected his marriage proposal. As if that wasn't bad enough, she'd shack up with one of his teammates, Jackson Clark. You're cute, Red, but not really my speed. When he pleaded with her, she only laughed at him. He walked away humiliated, her laughter ringing in his ear. Red had always been able to block everything out during the game, and tonight had been no different. It was one of the secrets of his success. But after the game, everything came rushing back. He took a post-game jog around the field, trying to clear his head again, only for Jackson to show up and throw it all in his face. I don't want to see you over at Maxis anymore, Red. You make Diane uncomfortable, and I don't like it when my woman is uncomfortable. Get the hell out of my face, Jack yelled. Red yelled.
as he headed for the locker room, but Jackson followed him, refusing to leave him alone. Gary Adam, cleaning up the dugout, overheard everything and decided to follow them. Gary idolized Red and wanted nothing more than to be just like him. Seeing the way Jackson was treating his hero made Gary furious. Down in the locker room, Jackson continued to antagonize Red. Diane say she couldn't be with you because you were pathetic in the side, Red. That's the exact word she used. Pathetic. Jackson punctuated his word by shoving Red hard in the chest. Red reacted instantly and slugged Jackson as hard as he could, sending him cartwheeling over one of the benches. Jackson lost his balance and his head smashed into the corner of the sink, breaking off a chunk of the hard porcelain and snapped his neck instantly. Lying on the ground, he jerked one and didn't move again. Jack, get up, Jack. Jackson, get up. Red yelled at the dead man just as Gary came bursting into the locker room. He shoved me and I just punched him. I was just defending myself, Red insisted, begging Gary to believe him. I believe you, Red. But they won't. They'll find out about Diane and that Jackson took her from you, and they'll look you up forever. I won't let that happen to you, Red. I know how to fix this. Before Red could stop it, Gary grabbed Jackson's lucky bat and began beating his face to a bloody pulp. Red watches in shock and horror, unable to stop him. Now get undressed. You're going to disappear and start a new life. I won't let anything bad happen to you, Red. Gary had always been a little bit unhinged, but his change to chance to rescue the man he idolized had sent him over the edge. Red was too dazed to argue with Gary. Insane plan, so he just went along with it. Even when Gary scrawled "Red is dead" across the mirror in Jackson's blood, giggling as he did it, Red barely batted an eye. It was as he was in his dream. After they had staged the scene, Gary sent Red away and ran screaming up to Coach Sweeney's office. In the locker room, "He's dead! Red is dead!" he wailed before mock fainting to the floor. While Pete ran to investigate, Red retrieved the safe combination from underneath the desk where Pete keeps it, opened the safe, and took all the money. After being questioned by the attending officer, he went to Red's apartment where he found him in a daze. "Red, snap out of it. Take this money and buy yourself a ticket to some place, a warm place, like Mexico. They love baseball in Mexico. Start a new life for yourself. You're the greatest ball player ever, and you deserve it." Red nodded, took the money, and barely heard the door close as Gary left. He sat still for a long time in the darkness, waiting to wake up from the nightmare he was having.
So, solving the crime. It was Red Osborne with the sink with either self-defense, an accident, or jealousy. So that was the final strikeout. I do hope you like it. If you do, please put a like to this video and don't forget to follow my channel. It'll help me a lot and see you next time. Bye bye.